Good morning, everyone. Pastor Tom again this week with our second look at dreaming God's dreams, at encouraging you guys to think about what God might have for us as we seek to be transformative in the world. Our topic last week was a big worldwide issue of water. This week we focused in on an age group, children. I'm here again with my friend Mike Fazio, and Mike has a great perspective on children right now. Tell us about it, Mike.
Sure, Tom. So as many of you know, I've been blessed with a wonderful little daughter named Lily. And that event has changed the way I view a lot of things, specifically children's issues. Last week, we saw the video with a sick child who was sick due to bad water. That really broke my heart. I had to fight back tears just about every time I saw it. So let's start today by watching a video that's an overview of children's issues here in America.
The children's movement, which we're going to have, is going to depend on us.
I have a voice.
Well, the Children's Defense Fund is for all children. It's the most exciting program of hope and independence for parents and children. Every movement needs a school for training and skills, and Haley Farm is our movement building home. It's our place where we vision what we want to see for children and then gain the skills and the courage to go out and build it. And we've been training another generation of young people, which is the most exciting thing.
I need training.
I will take the necessary steps.
I am ready.
I am ready to read. I'm ready to read. I am ready to read. I am ready.
The Children's Defense Fund's parent organization was born in the middle of the Poor People's Campaign. And it was very clear that children don't come in pieces. We had to address the needs of the whole child.
I need someone to care about me.
To care about me.
And it was wonderful to have 9,000 children marching to talk about health care for every child and to be empowered and see a 7-year-old standing up on Capitol Hill.
I recently learned about the issue of health care in America, and it made me very sad.
A healthy child is a child who is alive, excited about life, safe, vibrant, is in good health, has health care.
I need health care. Health care. Health care.
Is excited about learning, is excited about their future, can see a future and see how they will be able to move beyond today to tomorrow.
I have a future. I have a future. A bright future.
I will make a difference tomorrow.
They are confident, they feel loved, and they feel respected.
I will not be abused or neglected.
I will not be abused
or neglected. I will not go away.
There's something inside of them that's so strong that nobody can touch.
I can speak for myself. I have a voice. A voice. A voice. A voice. I have a voice. Yo tengo una voz. I have a voice.
What we're trying to do is to build empowered children, confident children, loved and loving children, and healthy children who are ready to go out and seize and lead the world.
I am not a number. I am not a number. I am not a statistic. I am not a statistic. Yo no soy un número. I am not a number.
There are a number of laws that would not be on the books. I think had CDF's reports and lobbying and public education campaigns and organizing would not have made it possible. I'm very proud of the fact that all children go to school. We tend to forget that children were the frontline soldiers in the civil rights movement. It was little Ruby Bridges, 6 years old, who went through the mobs. The Children's Defense Fund is committed to changing the odds and creating a level playing field for every child.
Who can help me stay out of trouble? Who can help me stay out of trouble? Stay out of trouble. One of us will end up in prison. I need a plan to succeed.
I need a plan to succeed now.
To succeed now. I need a chance. I need a chance. A chance. I need a chance. Not a handout. Not a handout. Not a handout. I have the potential to be great. I have the potential to be great.
We're trying to pass the torch so that the movement can sustain itself. It doesn't do any good to do new policies if there are not strong servant leaders out there who are going to implement them. And so we're trying to change the paradigm in America, because it is the children of the world who are going to determine the future. I think that this is the most important work, and it's been a privilege to be a part of it.
Being here in our Misi School on the East Campus reminds us that children's issues are as close as our own church campuses, as close as our own households, certainly as close as our neighborhoods and our communities right here. These issues of health care and advocacy and abuse and education are ones that we can be engaged in right in our own community. Just like last week when we showed you what one church was doing to try to work with water problems all the way across the other side of the world, this week we want to be a little more local. We're going to focus on a church in the Jacksonville, Florida area called Crossroads United Methodist Church, who have engaged in a wonderful program of adopting a school, Windy Hill School. You're going to hear about 2 or 3 projects that they've undertaken at that school: a food pantry, a computer center, and redoing the school cafeteria. Take a look.
We're in the computer lab now, and this is a lab that was furnished for the school by the church.
So Crossroad came in, a small group from their church, and they repainted the room. They did some graphic arts. They did it in bright colors that would be engaging for the students. They purchased new carpet. They help us put together all the new tables and chairs. And when our brand new computers came in, we had a beautiful place to put them. The lab is one of the favorite places for the students on campus. So it's a great project. It was a great start.
It really, really is. And the kids have been blessed, the students and teachers have been blessed, and the church has been blessed.
Absolutely,
for
absolutely.
causing this partnership to do well and look good.
This is the Windy Hill Food Pantry, and I would venture to guess that there are not many schools that have a food pantry for their families. And the way this came about is 2 years ago when I came to the school, we had many children we knew were hungry on the weekends, because on Monday mornings they would come to school and they would tell their teachers they were hungry and they couldn't wait for breakfast. And we had more and more families that we knew were losing their jobs. We had families that were struggling with health crisis or other problems due to the housing market and other things like that. And so we mentioned to Crossroad that we had children and families that were really struggling and that were hungry. And so they started and did a little mini food drive. And before we knew it, we had a food pantry. And every 2 weeks, we send food, groceries home to 35 to 40 families in the school. And it gives them a week or so, an assortment of things to kind of help tide them over and get them going. And it has continued, and one of the best parts of this partnership is Crossroad has not only supported the work at the school for our families and children, they also have gone out in the community and recruited other business partners to come alongside and work with us. And some of the members from the church have gone to their businesses and said, hey, you know what, we've been working with this school and they're starting a food pantry and they need this, or we could really use. And so we have now added Deutsche Bank, we've added Mechanics Choice. The Publix off of Southside Boulevard does every few weeks. They have bags set up in the grocery store for people to purchase and donate to our food pantry. And so they came to me and they said, you know, the cafeteria is really old and you can tell it's from the 50s. It's kind of sad looking. We'd like to take your road theme and do something that will spruce it up and make it more appealing and interesting for students. Make it a place where they want to come and enjoy their breakfast and lunch and their time together. This year, our theme is the Yellow Brick Road to Success. And we're taking that same road and talking about those character traits on a daily basis. And when they came in and did the cafeteria, you see they've painted it gray. And if you look, we have yellow stripes on the side of the floor and the road signs. So we're now, when they come in here, we're on the road to success. And the kids love it. It has totally changed the atmosphere during lunchtime. They're much more respectful. It's a much more pleasant place to be. They walked in and they were just blown away at how great it looked and how exciting, and the colors and the signs. And they have taken a whole new attitude about how they behave in the cafeteria now because they have this environment to come into.
Church took this on and as an initiative just to come alongside and help.
They said, they came to me. I didn't go to them and say, our cafeteria needs refurbishing. They came to me. The volunteers are in the school so much, they said, your cafeteria needs help. And I said, well, I don't have the money for those kinds of projects. And they said, we're going to do it. We're going to take it on and do it. It needs to be better. The children need a place that they want to enjoy being. And I love the fact that they then turned it into the road. So it has more meaning than it's the cafeteria.
So that's a really good look at a local church being involved with a local problem and changing the lives of local children.
Sure, and as a Christian in the business world, I thought it was really interesting how the businesses in the community teamed with the church and the school to really make a difference for the children.
That's a great point, Mike. It seems like that kind of partnering, that kind of thinking outside the box is something churches have failed to do for quite some time. Perhaps that's one of the ways that God is leading us into this new vision of making disciples for the transformation of the world. We'll see you next week.